Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Trimcraft Tuesday video. This week I'm going back to the very beautiful Dovecraft Folkland collection. I've got so many ideas for this collection and just so little time. But anyways, this week I'm doing a scrapbook layout obviously with this collection, and what I'm doing is I've got like a cut file as the main element of my layout, and then I'm going to place photos and embellishments in and around it. The cut file is one of the free ones that Paige Evans provides on her Facebook page. I think it's called Paige Evans Happy Scrappy Place. If you haven't come across it already, she puts like a new cut file every week or something, or every month, I'm not sure, but anyway, this was one of the early ones. I think she put on one of the first ones, this really pretty floral cluster. So obviously I've cut that on my silhouette, and what I'm going to do for backing this cut file is, instead of backing each little section with a different pattern paper, which is what you usually do when you back cut files, I'm going to do a more blocky sort of effect and back the different like the different flowers and the different leaves all with the same color kind of thing. So like I'm starting off with this one flower which I'm backing in one paper, and then I'm going to figure out where the next flower is and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for this. Hopefully I haven't left too much footage in, because watching people back cut files isn't the most interesting thing in the world, but for us YouTubers it's like trying to find a balance between showing you enough to show you what we did, but not showing you too much that we get bored, and also thinking like if people are new to it and haven't seen it before, and oh dear, anyway, trying to find the balance is my point. Obviously I wanted to make all the leaves a green colour, but you would not believe the trouble I had in finding some green paper, just green, and I wanted like quite a strong green that was both a bit dark but quite vibrant at the same time, and I just had so much trouble finding one of these. I have plenty of papers with a bit of green in, but they weren't right, they weren't, you know, natural enough or whatever. And anyway, point being, took me a long time to find some papers. This first one I'm using, the green one, is from Simply Creative, and the other two green papers are from my scraps. So there we go, that's all done. As I said, I've done blocks rather than lots of little sections, and I just think that's better for this particular layout, just to have the colours like that. And then I wanted to do just a light bit of mixed media on the background. I've got some Heidi Swap Colour Shine in the colour Raspberry, just a really rich, dark, pinky, purplish colour, and I wanted splatters, but I didn't want fine splatters, but I didn't want something as bold as just splooshing on the packaging technique. So I've done a bit of both, in that I'm splattering splatters on and then going in with the packaging technique to smoosh them. Some of them ended up a little bit bigger than I expected. The ones I'm about to smoosh went a bit ugh, but you know, I can end up sorting that out later on. You can usually almost always fix these things if you don't like them. So yes, that's what I did there, just to have like a little hint of the colour on my white 12 by 12 background. And yeah, and then I did add a couple of just like a little itty bitty splatters as well. So my photos, these are from our trip to Yorkshire all the way back in 2012, and the pictures are of a waterfall called Hardraw Force, which is in Wensleydale. Well, the bigger picture is actually of the beck that leads down from the waterfall kind of thing, but they're both very close to each other geographically. And yeah, some of you might recognise the waterfall. If you remember the early 90s Robin Hood film with Kevin Costner, this waterfall is in it. It's the bit where Marion's like gone to go see him and she's looking for him, and he's like swimming naked onto the waterfall having a bath or something. So yeah, it's a famous waterfall now. I also have pictures of another waterfall very close by, which is also featured in that film, so maybe I'll get to scrapbook that soon. But anyways, I just love these pictures. I love water. I know it sounds weird, but ponds, streams, lakes, the sea, but a waterfall is just my favourite, and this waterfall is so beautiful. They claim it's the longest like freefall waterfall above ground, that is, in England, so I haven't checked that out, but that's what they say. It's pretty cool as well, because you have to go through a pub to get to the waterfall, because it's on the pub's grounds. The pub is called the Green Dragon, which for me as a Lord of the Rings nerd is extra special, because that's the name of the pub in Hobbiton, and blah 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 blah. Lots of useless information, pretty waterfall pictures basically. So yes, and I thought, I don't know, they would just go really really well with the Folkland collection. So what I did there is I put my cut file down, but I only put a bit of double-sided tape on it in the centre, so that I would have the freedom to like stick stuff underneath it if I wanted to, and then go back at the very end and then just stick the remaining little flappy leaves and stuff down. Then I backed my photos. I printed them so they had a slight white border on them, but I've also backed them just with one of the bluish papers from the paper pad, just to bring in that blue, because it wasn't going to come in otherwise, apart from in a couple of the stickers and stuff. And yeah, as you saw, I kind of tucked the waterfall picture slightly underneath the cut file, and then I've got the picture of the beck just like there. Oh, so pretty. I love it so much. Just Wensleydale, the Yorkshire Dale, is my absolute favourite place in the world, and I will hear nothing different. It's just best. It's the best. Anyway, so yeah, the little deer, or the stag, the felt topper thing, I haven't used one of those yet, and the rest of the design team, it's like their favourite item in the entire collection. So I was like, I need to use this guy, because I haven't used it yet. So I just kind of tucked him underneath one of the leaves there, and I think he looks quite sweet, kind of poking out there. And you get the impression that you might get some deer and some stag hanging out in that beautiful woodland there. And yeah, just adding puffy stickers and loads of bits and pieces. I took some of the glitter tags and cut them and kind of tucked them under my photo. I think they look quite nice when they're just popping out like that. I'm adding one of the wooden butterflies. They come with one sort of foam adhesive on the back, but I always like to add a couple of extra ones just to be on the safe side. I just use those little, you know, like 3mm foam squares that you can buy for decoupage. And here I'm adding loads of little tiny butterflies, which I fussy cut from one of the papers from the 12x12 paper pad. This is a very me layout, you know, it's busy, it's got splatters, it's got lots of butterflies, lots of elements. It's just, as I said, it's very my kind of style, this layout. And yes, I needed another little blue butterfly, so I'm just quickly cutting one there because I wanted a couple of butterflies kind of on the cut file itself, like on the flowers. Now in the center, there's 3 flowers on that cut file, and the center of them I had started putting some puffy stickers. And the puffy sticker I put in the middle of the red one that kind of looks like a rose wasn't quite right. And so I decided, as it's got like 3 little sections, I would take the glitter enamel dots from the collection and put those in the centre instead. And then I'm doing the same with these little sort of circle bits that are around the pinky flower, and then some of the other little round things that are just sort of sticking out and look flower-esque. I'm just going to put those glitter enamel dots on there. Just, you know, it looks pretty, and you can catch the sparkle when you slightly move the layout kind of thing. So, oh, off camera here, I'm really sorry that I didn't realise I was totally out of shot, but I just wanted to add, I didn't want to like add a full border to the layout, or a top and bottom, or a both sides, but I wanted something. I can't explain, my mind just wanted there to be something. So I just took one of the washi tapes and I've just put it around the edge, folded it over. It's only a couple of millimeters, kind of maybe 5, not even 5mm, just kind of sticking at the edge there, and I just think it looks kind of pretty like that. And here I'm going to just add my title of Hardraw Force, very original, I realise. Oh, I added another wooden butterfly up the top right there as well. And yes, these alpha stickers, these are from Poundland, the Love to Craft range, and these are fab little foam stickers, really. I've just I'm gonna get some more because I just love them. They're glittery. I don't know why I got 1 gold and 1 silver pack, and I don't know why I didn't get more gold because I barely use silver in anything. So anyways, but they're fab little stickers. I recommend them if you can get to Poundland. At this stage, because the layout was so busy with all the butterflies and stickers and splatters and stuff, the cut file was a little bit, it wasn't lost, but I just wasn't completely happy. So I'm going around with a grey pen here, grey like fine liner kind of thing, and doing a fake stitched effect around the whole thing. Some people would have actually stitched this. That's just no thank you, I would rather not. But yeah, just the faux stitch effect, like it's really subtle because it's in the grey pen kind of thing. And I started off only doing it around the very outside of the cut file, and then when I looked at it a little bit more, I decided I was going to do all of the lines, but I haven't quite done that yet because I was just taking some of the glitter enamel dots and covering up some of the splatters that I wasn't 100% happy with. And here I am filling in all the lines of the cut file with the grey pen again in that faux stitched effect. And I actually think, I don't know how well it's coming up on camera, but I do think it makes the world of difference. I can't really explain it, but there you go. And I apologise that my head is totally in the way for this, but I've said this before, I'm one of those people who gets really up close and personal when they're doing something detailed to their layout. And I'm just going to finish off here by sticking down the photo because I'd originally just put a little bit of tape on it. So again, then I would have the freedom to tuck things under it. So I'm just sticking it down the edges of that, and with that, this layout is finished. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this one. Maybe it's just because, you know, when you really love a picture, you want to make it special. I don't know. Hopefully I can get some more of these Yorkshire Pictures scrapbooks soon, because I've just got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, and I think they go really well with Folkland, but we will see how it goes. So anyways, yes, as always, thank you so much for watching. Links in the description box. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and yes, okay, I'm going. Thank you again. Bye bye.